it's going to paradox something fierce, but I can give it a shot.
Eat it, you'll be fine.
All right. You say parabox or paradox?
I don't think he has my friend's best interest in mind. Why, I wanted them to be ghosts for their own benefit.
Hannah's already died before because that's how they became Hannah. Like, Dorothy died. Hannah could die. They might come back, though, because they're alive. But it could just be like, Hannah is gone, and then someone new is them.
This is the last stop before we get off. Are you sure this is the choice you want to make? Quickly, there's danger among us. And then
I'm gonna destroy it. Let's go stab that with your sword. That was God? God is so dumb. We're going to show you a great time.
What is your relationship with the God machine? We are going to be delving into a mystery with...
Now I can join Hannah with the amnesiac past.
Yeah, I think I'm careful to not make any more bears because that seemed to cause trouble.
You wanted me to lose that last bit of humanity. Guess what? It's been gone a long time.
You have been chosen to be here, to witness that which is perfect.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the best place on earth where you all will probably want to stay forever. I just give you 2 minutes. You're going to love it here. Trust me.
Hannah and the rider are coming back into the clubhouse. Alora has departed by this point, so it's just going to be Rex, Samuel Paris, who's filled with ghosts, Mona, Parallax, and Ermengarde Ward in the clubhouse at this moment.
I would like to be in the Imaginarium having a glorious spa day if I am doing whatever I want to be doing right now. People are going to come find me. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, after the moon, when all of the other Ethels gained personalities or gained sentience for a little bit, they were on the moon. They got frozen. They needed to be repaired. Are you still employing them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course. I assume they want to be there. They like it. It's all they know. They're enjoying spa day, though, too. Today's a day for all of us. So we all are having spa moments.
They have gone back to a more zombified version, unless you, as a death archmage, would like it to be otherwise.
Unless it bothers anyone else, I think they're lovely that way. Doesn't mean you still can't put some lotion on that zombie skin and some cucumbers on your eye holes.
This is what Hannah and the rider, who are coming from the Imaginarium, would encounter.
Are the other fools here?
They are!
I mean, we were going to have an us day, but like, we're all mind melded. Everyone should be having spa day together. Does Byron still exist on this ship?
Yes.
He is the attendant for spa day.
He's got a body here in the Imaginarium, so he loves that.
Yeah, he's doing great.
I think Mona's been just so overwhelmed that she has placed herself in one of those sensory deprivation pods. And there's like a pod in this room. And if you go to the window, you see Mona just floating with like these black goggles over her eyes. And like you can see like earplugs. And they're just like floating in water.
But as the rider approaches, anyone with fate magic, including, of course, Ermengarde and Mona, would detect this burst of fate that you are being called to this location, and you can arrive there perfectly on time or resist. Parallax, you walk through into the Imaginarium, and Byron offers you a towel.
Yeah, I heard we're having a bit of a spa day, so all right. I'm here. I'm doing it.
Oh, hello. See, everyone's enjoying the very much planned spa day. I must, and I just keep walking around in a circle, but slow, not at a frantic pace. Ermengarde, I must ask for your assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yes. Through some long story short, I was expanding my consciousness, and it went very far, and I have developed a large amount of mind magic, I believe, and I noticed a entity in the Imaginarium that was not originally supposed registered with anyone here. It felt of death, seemed to be a very powerful death entity, and I went there, and Hannah was there already, and so I asked Hannah to come with, and we went to this isolated part of the Imaginarium, which was like in the middle of a lake, and it was like my old home from when I was a mortal a long time ago, and it was an island, and it was reeked of death, malicious form of death. And when we got to the island, there was an entity there who reportedly I knew them as Hakan. Again, and around this time period when I was mortal a long time ago, but they also went by the name the Shadow Mage, which and familiar with that term. I am not, and they seem to be quite set on being here, and so I wanted to ask your assistance to probably see if we can, remedy this situation in any way possible.
The
We
second
need your help reading some bones.
Yeah.
The second you stop talking, like Ermengarde has switched from like laying out in a robe with the cucumbers and her hair up in like a towel to standing in front of you, fully dressed, looks amazing, ready to go, scythe in hand, leans on the staff of the scythe and goes, "Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me more about Akin." She looks sadly behind at spa day. There'll be another.
Have fun storming the castle.
Yeah, I got like the cucumbers in my eyes and was like, bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.
All right, got rid of those two slackers. They're just hanging out.
I have a question.
Yes.
I currently have like no goals or aspirations. Can one of my goals be to get the rider to relax? Like,
Yeah. I think that that's a perfect aspiration, and this is actually a great time for everybody to set aspirations if you'd like to. What are the rider's aspirations?
They're fundamental. Hunt abyssal spirits, help others to evolve, and have new experience.
rider, you inspire me. Can I have one that's to help people to come to peace with death?
Mwah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And Caity.
To find the Shadow Mage. Very applicable in today's quest. Take control of my destiny. It's been, which I just remembered, has been treated like a chess piece. Hunt demons, but ultimately help others do better and to find a new home.
Do you not feel like the time ship is your home?
I think that there are people on the time ship
who are home.
When you look out, you see the Imaginarium. The Imaginarium has all these little habitats created by the various inhabitants of this place. Would you like to describe any of those places as reference as you walk through?
Yeah, I think when we last walked through here, a large part of the community living there were having dinner. So there were the long tables with delicious foods. I think it was probably near where the gardens are. And then there's like rows of corn and potatoes and other delicious foods, and then just kind of like a collection of chaos plants just kind of sticking out over the otherwise very orderly farm and gardens, and that is Hannah's garden. And there's like a couple of pineapples next to like some evergreen trees. It just doesn't make sense, but it's beautiful. Yeah, there's different like long buildings and smaller homes, and people are clearly building a community and making a new home here. I think Hannah is conflicted because this is people building a community together and building a home, and also feels like the time ship isn't a stable place and is not sure if it feels like a place where you can actually put roots down. So what they're looking for is like building a home and a community that is not just going to be like ripped up and move around because there's constantly saving the world over and over, but some like long-term rooting and growing, and is not sure that the time ship is the right place, even though they feel like, no, these are the people, but it still feels transitory.
Yeah, and there's a particular thing that you all see as you are giving this description, walking past the Croatans. They're in a sleep cycle right now, but they're werewolves, so some of them are out and about, except no one is around one particular lodge. And two of you would recognize that as Rides the Storm's lodge. The rider just doesn't have any reaction to it at all. Ryder, where are you going?
I'm moving towards back, trying to go back to the Death Island where the shadows be.
Yeah, you see there's a lake of death, and it's evident to Ermengarde as you walk up towards it that this place has been influenced. It's still part of the Imaginarium, so anything that someone imagines can happen here. And while it has been imagined, it's also been influenced by death magic. A mage has done this.
When you say lake of death, is this like a river Styx kind of lake? Or
It's not moving. It's just sitting there stagnant.
but is it full of bodies?
It is. But they're turtles.
Oh.
And in fact, it's dark here because you're imagining it to be dark here. But in other places, you know, it looks dark from here, but you know if you were standing there, it would be bright and sunny.
Do the turtles seem happy being turtles?
They're dead.
That doesn't undo the question. Do they seem content to be turtles and after death, or are they dead turtles?
They're dead turtles.
Oh, okay, I love this.
We had a boat last time.
It's here.
Yeah. Whenever we're ready, we'll get on the boat and
Who's rowing?
oh, no, there's no need. I'm the rider. I can just stand on any vehicle and just propel it to go where we want to go. So I can.
Oh.
It's a different.
I wouldn't touch the water unless, I guess you actually might be able to touch the water. I'm not sure what would happen if you touched it.
I touched
It was
the
Okay.
Like from in the boat. Like I climb in the boat and I like put my fingers down into the water.
And you are going to roll a death plus gnosis check.
And it's like, just pulling their hair like this is probably fine. We really don't know what to expect from the Angel of Death.
The writer stares intensely at what is about to occur with Ermengarde placing their finger in the wood.
I got 4.
You feel a clash of wills push back against you. The death effect takes hold, and you take 6 points of aggravated damage. But as it rakes through your body, you can turn that into bashing damage, and it's sort of like this body dies for a moment, and you just let it happen, and then you like re-alive.
All right, do a little shake off. Oh, how?
Don't do that again.
I won't. I'm glad I did it once though. How did
you've got
that?
a new white streak in your hair, which you can matter magic away if you'd like.
I don't know. Does it look good?
You look in the water. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, all right. It can stay for now. Did that feel like the river was attacking me consciously, like it wanted to hurt me, or was so dead that like it just decayed the body I was in as I touched it?
Yep, it's some sort of death spell. You felt shadows cloud your vision for a moment. You think that their nimbus is something to do with shadows. It was a hung spell. So mages can like leave spells as traps almost. And you think that one's still active.
Am I able to know anything about this mage from having touched their spell?
Do you have any experience points?
Oh yeah. I have 2 experiences and 3 arcane experiences, which is a category I've just stopped putting things in. I don't know if you're supposed to use that.
Well, I would take those 3 arcane and 1 more for a total of 4 experience points to give you a dot of prime.
Sold.
Yay!
Yay!
Now you can roll prognosis.
Cool. So I get 3.
You feel as you touch this spell that they could have removed their nimbus, but they did not. They left their shadow upon this, almost like a calling card. They knew that this spell would hurt, and it did for a moment. But they also knew that this spell wouldn't stop you. You can feel the intent of the challenge left in this spell. You feel that there may be further challenges. Would you like to ask a question?
Oh yeah. Do I think they're stronger than me?
No.
Good. Slightly sinister smile.
What is that smile about?
Oh, nothing. I'm just excited about who we're going to go meet. Do you like it? Do you like their spell that they left us?
I can't engage with it. It seems highly death. Seems to have bothered you for a little bit. So that seems highly dangerous for the rest of us.
You can see it though, right?
Absolutely. You see it with prime sight. If you'd like to study it, you can roll prime gnosis.
This might be self-evident, but can they just not see all this just naturally?
You think that they can see it naturally, but from your experience as a mage, you would say that they all see things slightly differently than you. For you, it kind of just makes sense, and you're not sure if that's quite how everybody else experiences it.
It's cozy, right?
Mm. Nope. uh, it makes me particularly uncomfortable, but I knew that you were the right person for the job. Feel bad for the turtles. And they're
5, 6.
Take a beat, and as you study the water here, you can tell that this spell was cast through a ritual. There was a great ritual here in which the bodies of all these turtles were imagined, and that ritual took the form of, it was almost like one man dancing around a fire, but it was like with that man, there were hundreds, if not thousands, of shadows.
What are those shadows?
The dead, ghosts.
As I pierce into this lake of death, it seems like one person, one entity created them, did a dance, but they have thousands, hundreds, thousands of ghost shadows with them that help create this particular spell. Seems like
did
that's,
it look like thousands of shadows, or were they thousands of ghost shadows?
they were thousands
Of ghosts
Are-
casting
Ghosts,
of
yes.
ghost shadows.
Yeah.
That's a lot
They
of
look like
people.
ghosts that they probably were people, I think, with my perception of it.
I think we have to look at
And
the bones.
yeah, let's go to the island and look at those bones.
Yeah. As the boat hits the island, you can see that this place is just a pile of bones. There's just so many bones here. This is the location where the Shadow Mage went through the veil and into death itself, something that you had seen Ethel do many times before. Ethel, as you step out, your new prime senses are tingling. You can tell that this area has something to do with death. It's a weakening. Roll Death Gnosis.
Before I do that, quick question. Could I cast some sort of death shield on Hannah that would make them feel less uncomfortable here?
Part of that is, yes, you could cast a death shield that would ward off the effects of this place. But would that make Hannah feel less uncomfortable? That's a mind magic spell that you're talking about.
The way that death shields work kind of deadens you, so I think it might have the opposite effect on Hannah.
That would be a traditional, like right out of the attainment section, death shield. But at rank 2 in an arcana, you get the ability of warding. And so you could instead create some sort of protective field from the effects of this place.
That's sort of what I was picturing, right? Like just sort of hold this like bubble around Hannah that's just warmer and cozier than the rest of the place. How do you feel about it? I like it. Ryder?
I find it just intriguing. I'm aware of. I don't have quite mortality just like you anymore, but still, it'd be. I think if my corpus ceased to exist, it would take some time to reform. So I think that'd be very inconvenient. So I'm not. And I death is a part of everything, so I'm okay.
Well, I'll make it a little bigger than necessary. So if anyone wants to step inside with Hannah, there'll be space.
That happens.
I do it. I step inside with.
Yeah, there is a noticeable difference inside. I think that it's probably resisting the effects of this place. So when you are outside, everything seems still. Sounds are canceled more quickly. The light fades faster. And so the aura actually manifests as like a sphere where the world is just brighter.
The little depression lift.
I have a expanded consciousness of mind. I could, if you wanted to, if you either of you felt comfortable, I could connect our minds into a protective aura or anything. I think I could potentially do of putting your minds at ease or
like the thing we do with our time with the time shift.
Yeah, all minds are. I've come to realize that all minds are actually connected, just separated by a metaphorical ocean of consciousness.
Huh.
That's how I perceive the mind now, and that the waters I can sell, just like I can travel elsewhere. I can travel from mind to mind and connect all of these minds together. If you, by your consent only, at any point.
Oh, you have my consent. It just sounds very vast and unsettled. Is it? Is it scary to have all those minds in your head at the same time?
No, it's like a metaphorical ocean. Like I'm only looking at a few minds at a time, a few islands as I see them, and I can travel as fast or as far as I want to connect to which minds. Perhaps if there was an overwhelming mind surge of people, then that might be difficult, but I seem to be able to manage it well. I'm saying this while just walking around.
Yeah. We're in the boat now, right? Or are we walking?
Boat has landed on an island made of bone.
Oh, the Bone Island. Yeah.
Bone Island.
So if we need any mind links, I can provide that, or mind shields. I can provide that as well.
I think as much as I like ecosystems and networks and that really cool tree that is so many trees, but actually just one. I think I'm good right now. So I'm just thinking of like that nimbus that is 1,000 ghosts and like is not keen on having merged entities at the moment. It's just gonna enjoy this little depression-free bubble.
It's quite natural and comfortable and completely your choice to be on your mental island by yourself. That's perfectly good.
And I'm thinking we could call it serotonin spear. Like we have to name the spell.
Yep.
Might need it
Serotonin
in the
spear.
future.
It just prevents all things dying from around it. It's kind of like a bubble of anti-death.
Which is different from life.
And very well, Ermengarde, I'll create a mind bridge with you.
The telekinetic bond is there. I'm assuming that you're including the reach so that you can turn it off at any points that you want to as well.
Yes. So no sight of the shadow mage?
Gone.
Are these human bones or something else?
Yeah, mostly human bones, but not exclusively. There's actually bones of many different animal species here.
Are they real or are they a manifest? No, and everything's a manifestation, right? Because we're in the imaginarium.
This is an imaginary manifestation. I mean, it could be real bones, but they're not.
Ermengarde, we have reason to believe that these bones of the chair are imagined bones of Hakan, right? Hakan's
Yes. Yeah.
like community, his family and his friends, and I think they all died, or something.
Immediately tell this is more than just one community. You can feel that this whole island is made out of bones. You think that this is the bones of probably tens of thousands of people and animals, if not more.
to all his people. And he said something about losing his people's stories, I think, where he doesn't remember them. But we're in the Imaginarium. Someone had to imagine all these bones, and I'm pretty sure he imagined all of these bones, which means that those memories or stories are somehow connected. And we think something awful happened, but we don't know exactly what. And we'd love your unique ability to unravel what happened. I think that's going to help us understand where he went.
Do we know how he got in here?
I don't know. Would he have been with your sister?
Tan?
Tan?
Yeah.
You know, he was not, because Tayan was picked up in the Nega timeline, and the Shadow Mage actually was one of the 5 mages to pilot the time ship to the Nega timeline, which means that he was picked up by future Allura.
Oh. To way more dead people. Ah. Okay. So,
What does this mean?
So how long would he have been in here? Has he been in here a long time?
who knows? He would have been in here as long as, I guess, Allura has been piloting the ship. So either way longer, and it took them a long time to come rescue us, or not very long. They all gathered together and picked us up. I don't think they really talked about it. I actually we hadn't seen Hakan at all until we were hunting down a death and dismal cloud, basically. We think that he also has done something to me and my destiny. There's just something malicious going on, and he disappeared.
Speaking of malicious, I think that the winds of death around this place start to pick up and howl. Each of you feel a building presence in the air, almost like a pressure. Figures begin to appear in the mist.
Spirits?
Ghosts.
Spirits, right? Ghosts? So, okay.
Like they're manifesting in front of us?
They're manifesting around you.
Cool. Do they seem like they want to talk?
They don't seem to have faces at this moment, but you know that this is a common thing for the way that you perceive ghosts. And if you wanted to, you could kind of like coalesce them into being more substantial by focusing your will upon them.
Yeah, I'll do that if it means that my friends can see them that way too. But I'll do the cool ripple effect, right? So it happens to the ones closest first and then kind of like out.
They're all screaming. So as you ripple through, they're just screaming at you. Some of them are screaming with vocal cords that are undamaged, but many of them are like missing big parts of their faces, or they're like disease written, and it sounds horrifying. All of you need to roll a resolve plus composure check.
If I pass it, can I cancel the sound?
Oh, definitely. Yes.
2, 3.
4.
Gives you each a bit of a jump, but other than that, you've seen scary things before.
I'm also gonna drop that like image of them as like corporeal. We'll let them go back to being kind of.
Yeah. So what happened was, as soon as you gave them definition, like you were essentially increasing their rank, increasing their power as ghosts, and they used that to almost like start directing that scream towards you. That's what they did.
I'm so sorry. I didn't think that's what was going to happen. Also, I don't understand why these ghosts are all so unhappy. Can I draw like one to me to talk to me and ask them why they're so unhappy?
Yeah. Any particular kind of ghost that you want to draw to you?
Ethel would pick someone like herself, right? So some other 19-year-old girl, if there is one.
Yeah. She comes forward. She's just a skeleton pretty much. Looks like she's starved to death. And she kind of like claws her way up your beautiful ball ground and like looks at you.
Okay, first, I'm gonna make her look nicer because we're gonna have this conversation. I can't.
Her body fills up, and you can tell that she was once quite beautiful, muscular. Her body is a work of art with tattoos all up and down, which when her arms were shriveled, you couldn't tell what they were, but now you can see that there are these spiritual totems. She's got tattoos all along her chin and neck as well. She stands up straight and looks at you. You can tell that there's a pain behind her eyes. Roll a death plus gnosis.
4.
There's something wrong with this ghost. The ghost is fine. The ghost is here, but usually ghosts are like tethered to a thing, and you do sense that there is something in the shadow that this ghost is tethered to, but there's something missing, and you can't tell what. And you think it has to do with her soul.
Is it like Sinjata, where the soul's been stripped out?
With Sinjata, his soul was stripped out and like put back together by you, it turns out. But with her, ghosts normally don't have a soul. The soul has already departed for the afterlife. But as you think about it, you realize that you can't even sense where that connection would be. It's like that connection is missing. They have no connection to their actual self. This is just an echo.
Oh dear. Do you know who brought you here? I'm gonna hold her hands.
Yeah, you sense a figure, a First Nation mage dressed all in black. You recognize the Shadow Mage. You see him kneeling over her emancipated body and pulling her ghost into, it looks like a tooth. And then you see that Hakan is wearing a necklace with thousands and thousands of teeth.
Okay, she got Ursula'd. Okay. How did that happen? How did he find you? How did he pick you?
And you see him kneeling. It's the whole town.
Okay.
It's just hundreds and hundreds of people dying they've died of disease. There's only a few people who are still alive. The Shadow Mage moves through the crowd and cares for the dying and also cares for the dead.
Do I feel like he's collected them in a kind way or like he's collecting them for himself?
Roll me a wits plus empathy check.
Well, heavens to Betsy, I got it too. I rolled a 6 and 2 8s.
Well, he's got no emotions. He's cold. You can't tell if he's doing it for himself or if he's doing it for the ghost, but you get a sort of just like sullen emotionlessness off of him. Dead inside. Then he looks at you. He dissipates. The other ghosts dissipate as well, besides the one that you're holding here. Back into the shadow.
It seems real, right? Like these are real people?
Yes.
Real ghosts were brought onto the ship, not imagined into the imaginarium. Whoa. Thousands of them?
Oh, yeah, her whole village was wiped out.
Okay.
And they feel untethered, I assume, because they're not supposed to be on this ship.
No, they're out of time with every other part of them.
Are their physical bodies this pile of bones?
Yeah, you think that that's true. They are represented here.
But the bones are imagined.
Correct.
Yes, the bones aren't real, but the ghosts are real.
Bones could be serving as a tether. the ghosts.
Yeah, but I think they have to be real though. There aren't like parts of them on the ship. Not real parts, I don't think.
If the bones represent a actual, not that they're actually real, but they represent a real connection for Hakan, that Hakan thinks they're real enough that he's able to focus them to bring them to the ship. They're all he needs to bring them.
Hakan wouldn't even need them, but if he wanted to, he could make these bones the anchors for these ghosts. Ermengarde, do you think that he's a strong enough mage to do that? If you wanted to, you can change the ghost anchors as well. But what this ghost and the others is anchored to is in the realm of the dead.
Is it his necklace?
Maybe.
Well,
I feel like it's his necklace.
It could be his necklace.
I don't feel like he should be doing that.
Is that a necklace?
Yeah, he's sort of. Oh, he sort of was drawing their spirits into this necklace around, well, his neck. That's not right. That's not right. We have to find him. What is the name of this ghost? What is your name?
Inja.
A beautiful name. Inja, would you like to come with us?
No response. No preference. No memory of life.
I'm gonna have her come with us for now.
There is nowhere to go but down.
Into the bones?
Into the underworld. Well, into the shadow where the ghosts came from.
Like Ghost Gaiden kind of thing?
That's the one.
Your favorite.
Mhm.
And I make a big sweeping circle with my scythe. And the ghost gate kind of opens up. I assume we can carry the bubble through.
You can't really bring anti-death into the realm of death. The bubble doesn't translate. The cold still permeates it. While it does pass through, and it does travel through and stay in the location, because it's kind of like the shadow is one-to-one mapped with our world, but it doesn't convey its benefits anymore. As soon as you step in, you feel the chill upon your soul again. And you all hear that screaming that you heard before, but now it's all around you and it's much, much louder. There is just waves, a landscape of people here wailing. There is a figure held in a pile of bodies being pulled down by it, and you would all recognize Sanjata.
I immediately run over to Sanjata and try and.
Yeah, he's sunk inside this pile of bodies.
Yeah,
I immediately go.
Rush over and say, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah. Why don't you pick a skill roll or arcana that you would use to do this thing? You are contesting against the ghosts, but they're just ghosts.
And I'll just do strength athletics.
Can I use death magic to help push the ghosts away too?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'll tell them to let him go in high speech.
Absolutely. That's +2.
3 successes on being strong, athletic.
You think that would be enough, but as you pull into the crowd of ghosts, suddenly they're all around you. You're being pulled under yourself, the weight of their hands upon your body.
7 successes.
You take a beat. What do you ride in there on?
Try to formulate the bones that were in the Imaginarium and use those as a chariot.
Yeah. It forms around you, even though you're not in the Imaginarium. You have like 1 foot back there, and it forms around your foot and then up into a chariot around you. The ghosts themselves pull you through the other ghosts. You can reach out and like grab Hannah as you ride by. And Ethel, did you roll that Death Gnosis +2?
Yeah, I rolled a 4. Ethel or Ermengarde is notably like, oh my God, like she is jealous when she sees this bone chariot.
Yeah, but with 4 successes, you also kind of like keep the ghosts at bay. They're resisting. And as you get to Sanjata, the ghosts have released him.
So pull Sanjata up into the bone chariot.
He nods, thankfully.
With my innate magical life
eyes,
my life eyes, is Sanjata alive? I mean,
he's the one who's been killed and then sewn back together by Ethel's magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so he shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't he? Well, no, he shouldn't be. That's correct. He should be out in the time ship, but he was apparently kidnapped into this place.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, it's been a while since you've seen Sanjata.
Yeah. There's been a lot of things going on. What are you doing here? Into the chariot.
Yeah, you are all 4 of you now riding through the ghost chariot. It looks like this is the coast of New England, but you're just riding through villages of the dead. Sanjata expresses with their hands that they were grabbed and then taken, but of course is unable to speak words.
Were you taken by the Shadow Mage, by Hakan?
They gesture out at the landscape.
In this realm, can I give him a voice?
Yes. His lips don't move, but he does say, in a voice similar to that of the ghosts, "Hands of shadow reaching from the ground took me here."
Were you pulled into a necklace?
No. I was pulled through the floor of the Imaginarium. The other dead Wrens are able to create whatever they will here, but I find myself incapable of doing so.
Is it just you that was pulled up, or are the other dead Wrens or other folks from the time ship here too?
No one but myself, as far as I can tell, was taken.
Through the Imaginarium, that still happened?
Yes.
Ethel. Oh, death. The land of death isn't sentient, right? Not like the abyss. So that's what it sounds like. But death is like a neutral. It's not a sentient place. Right?
Is it? That's a fascinating question.
Is the abyss sentient in that it has like one consciousness?
No.
Or that like a collective consciousness?
The abyss takes the form of many identities, demons. Death.
But not death.
Doesn't usually have a will. If it has a will, that will could be seen as ghosts and ghosts' actions upon the world.
I don't see spirits here, right? This is not like the spirit world. This is definitely just ghosts and dead. Okay.
Hakan seems, it would be my assessment that Hakan used his ghost to pull Sanjata into an imaginarium and pull them down. For what purpose, I'm not sure. But we could just... could you ask Sanjata why? Has there been any reasoning or purpose of why they've dragged him, or if they asked him to do anything or used him to do anything?
You may ask me this as well, Hunts the Storm. He says, getting your name wrong.
Oh, he's not. I thought it was. Oh.
It's the writer now.
Oh. The rider. There's something changed.
Yeah. Change the rules. Yeah, we're all changing. We're all moving forward, changing.
I feel greatly changed myself.
Yes. So, yes, Sanjata, is there something they've been using you for, or ask you to do, or purpose you to do, and asking you to do?
After many weeks, I decided that my purpose was to witness their suffering.
There's something.
Many scenes of great disturbing things. I could share them with you if you wished.
You've been here for weeks.
I believe that it is weeks. My sense of time is not as it was.
No.
Can I connect with his mind? And when you say share, I would like to connect my mind to yours and show me everything you've seen.
Ooh, oh man. Well, that happens. You connect with his mind, you gain a beat, and you gain a condition. Haunted.
Haunted. I love it.
As you have now witnessed the deaths of thousands of people.
It brings a taxing concern upon my face. I traumatized and troubled by this. But I'm bearing through it. I will witness this. This will be preserved.
There's a intensity of the ghost chariot that seems to be carrying you on, but suddenly starts to curve to the left and to the left and to the left again. And you can see that to the left, there is a great divot, a hole that you seem to be spiraling towards.
In the land of the dead, do we register as being alive to me?
You and Ermengarde do.
Writer, continually befuddling my understanding of what is. Can I sense anybody else alive here? I'm looking for Hakan. Is there any trace of him?
Right.
Yes, you do see that there's one living person at the bottom of the spiral. They're deep down.
Yes.
I can't see. The chariot seems to be guiding me towards the spiral that we're on.
And Hakan is at the center of it.
Is there a way to pull the bottom of the spiral up so we don't have to go down?
You can do anything you'd like to here.
Okay. I'm trying to flex that a bit more. So
This
I'm
is your
gonna,
realm.
right? I like it here. I'm going to say, are you ready to talk with him? And then I'm going to like push the bottom of the spiral up so he kind of like rises up to level with us.
As that pushes up, you see that it is white. It looks like white stone that he's standing upon. But as it rises up, it begins to crack. Roll your death gnosis.
Wowzers. I rolled a 7.
I think that definitely beats Hakan's 4, and you just like force your will over his, but you can tell that he is enervating the ground here and destroying it. He is actually breaking a hole in the time ship with death magic.
What? We've got to stop him. No.
What are you doing?
They gesture at you. Ah, yes. 2 are here. The 2 that we need.
There's no spare here. I pose.
Shakes his head. You don't understand your role. And you realize that he's not speaking in English, but rather is speaking in high speech. And so he can only speak in truths when he's talking at you.
That's a flex.
The writer, do you have any experience points?
Yeah.
For 1 experience point, you can have the ability to speak in high speech in your spells. When you use it as your yantra, you get a +2 bonus.
Ooh, I'll do that.
1 experience point and you intuit an entire language. It just makes sense to you and you can speak it now.
Can I ask him, what do you want? And also mind magic into it and try and figure out what it is he wants. Like, what is the desire driving this?
Yeah, I think that'll be enough for a +2 bonus on your mind spell. It's mind plus gnosis +2. It will be resisted.
Can I try to mind?
Absolutely.
Or-
Yeah, you can roll mind gnosis as well.
With
High
my-
5.
Okay. That is what you needed to roll. So in a moment, you look at them. You see they are in this very moment. They've already been doing this for a while. Eroding the pattern that is the containment between the time ship and not reality. They are just breaking it down as if they were smashing it over and over and over again.
That's the means, but what is the ends?
The ends is multi-tiered, but ultimately it is, you feel that they find you irresponsible and they wish to remove you from control of the time ship and install themselves. Specifically,
Breaking the time ship is not the way to do that.
well, you think that, but they try to break the time ship again.
All right. Enough of this.
I mean, it's a very Bernice move, but I want to decay this man.
Okay. You can roll Death Gnosis to decay him. He's going to roll Death Gnosis with a willpower to try to decay the ship.
Can I, for 1 more, slash at him with my scythe as I do it?
Yeah, that's for a +3 bonus.
Cheers. Messy.
Say, Hakan, whatever you think it is you're trying to do, this is not the way to do it. And there's no reaction to his name, right? Is there?
I think that will have to depend on whether he's been scythed or not.
7.
Ryder, what would you do in this fated moment?
I'll try. I'll try to change the reality of the situation. This fight was a philosophical one, and turns out we were all having a discussion about the fate of the time ship. in the magic happen, or in this death realm. That's fine. We're just having a discussion of what we're going to do. Who should steward the time shift?
So
And so all of these combat, all of the attacks were just metaphorical attacks.
it's a mage duel here in the center of the time ship. And it's between, of course, Ermengarde and Hakan. And as you slash out with the scythe, you get to describe what your attack is like in this moment. What is the truth that you are embodying?
I mean, like, my goal is that he sort of starts to crumble. He doesn't have to fully crumble, but he starts to crumble. So he can't decay the ship anymore. Also, because I want that necklace off of his neck. Ideally in my hand, but I'm not sure how to achieve that quite yet.
You do see that he is wearing that necklace. It is filled with ghosts, and you do see that death weighs upon him as he says that, as you declare this thing to him. And you think that ultimately your words do fill him with some amount of trepidation. Sort of like he feels your power and your right to control the time ship. But he's going to push back against that, and you're going to roll again a death gnosis. As essentially he declares that you have misused the time ship, unwriting histories with frivolity and creating abyssal manifestations. This version of the time ship needs to die so that the time ship can return to its true purpose.
Which is?
Airs it quite strongly, but he's using the same arcana again in a mage duel, which is not super good for him. So he's going to roll fewer dice this time.
Can I still use the scythe?
You can for a -2 penalty.
For a -2?
That's right. Well, it's the death arcana that you are using that is at a -2. If you wanted to use the scythe with a different arcana, you could roll.
Okay, so I'm rolling with a -2.
Yep.
5.
With 5 successes, you do feel like he has some sort of true purpose that you've been ignoring, something that the time ship is almost meant to do. And so you're in a dead heat. Your mage duel is a 1-to-1 at this moment. The dual arcane.
Okay, I want to reach out against him this time with fate magic. So I don't want to destroy him. That's maybe not the right choice. But I want to rewrite the story because this isn't what should be happening.
You can negotiate. These promises will be mystically sealed in a dual arcane. So you have to make some sort of promise, and then the defender can choose to accept or reject. And in this moment, the rider is here in this mental bond with you. And of course, Hannah can talk to the rider.
What's going on?
There,
I can't see what's happening, right?
Oh, it looks like an epic mage duel. It's like the landscape of death itself is rising up. You know how like Ethel made that section of the cyclone rise up? Well, now the cyclone's like raging against you. You're driving around in the chariot. The two of you are in the back of the chariot.
Oh.
It's like at the reins. Ermengarde is at the reins. Ermengarde is driving this thing through the ghost storm. You can tell that there's some sort of thing to do here with like all of these dead ghosts. There's something at the heart of this.
Are there other spirits happening here? It's like anything. Just ghosts, just
are
dead.
here. They're not like manifested spirits. it's sort of like there's just the spirit of like conflict, for example, would be here, and it may be a rank 2 at most.
Nothing unexpected.
Well, there's the time ship spirit. It's the strongest spirit.
Can I look at the fate of Hakan and what's going on around here? Like, is what he's saying true, that he has a destiny and like purpose to be driving the time ship?
It's not him, it's the time ship itself. And yes, that does sound true.
The time ship has a destiny.
The time ship has.
He thinks we're ignoring.
Yes.
I want to look into the time ship's destiny.
Fate plus Gnosis.
Let's do a little side research during this argument. 3 successes.
The time ship has many, it's like blindingly fateful as you look at it. You can tell that this is a moment which is impactful for the time ship. It doesn't go linearly through time, so trying to track its destiny is hard. But obviously, it's very important. There's a huge amount of fate around this thing, and there is some sort of fate that connects the ship and all the ghosts here. That ship also connects to Hakan. Hakan has driven it before, and may drive it again. You understand that in this moment, this will determine who drives the time ship, whether it is ever Hakan again.
If Hakan loses, is there an option for him besides death? Is there a fate for him besides this ship or death?
Fate is unwritten in this moment. Ermengarde is able to propose a deal, essentially. It's called negotiate in the Wizard's Duel.
Ryder, I am connected to you in my brain. I'm hoping that you can help me figure out what the deal should be. Partially, I feel like, is there a way to get to accomplish whatever they feel like we're not accomplishing, and in exchange they leave the ship?
I know what you can offer. You can offer Hakan a voice to be. There's a council, like in the ancient connections of his people. A voice, he can be heard. Voice his concerns about the time ship and its destiny and its purpose and our stewardship of the time ship. And if he feels that we are not listening to him, then he is open to another challenge for the ship in an open duel, but everything with full transparency. No sneaking to the bottom of the depth of the ship and destroying it through subterfuge and clandestine means. Just an open, honest transparency.
No deal! Ethel, roll your fate plus Gnosis.
Wow, yours was really rational too.
Yeah, you offer these deals, you just don't feel any headway being made.
Can I still use a scythe swipe even if I'm not doing death? As like, I can still use my scythe as like a.
Yeah, it's you can still use it. It's just only going to add a +1 bonus to this.
It looks like it's sort of wrapping up around them like a little kind of silvery cloud, and is sort of like steering them in the direction that they're supposed to be going. Guessing a little like in a Darnie Darko kind of way, but with an aura.
And you're steering them down. They're sinking away from you, but you'll have to beat 6 successes on this fate plus Gnosis roll.
What happens if we tie?
No one makes any headway this round, so you still have to try to use different arcana, but they were trying to use matter And so they kind of like anchor themselves with these long tethers of flesh to the sides of the realm of the dead, and they're pulling themselves towards you while you are pushing them down.
All right, next option. We do the parallax. We just undo it.
Yeah, do you want to roll your time plus Gnosis?
Yeah, we're going to try the reset button.
Yeah, you can at any point try to negotiate as well. But I'm going to also hear what Hannah and the rider would do.
So those teeth, they're dead matter now because they're not alive, right?
Correct. But Hakan is in a wizard's duel. It would be rude to interrupt with spellcraft.
Yeah. I think any contribution magically would be contributing to the argument, or is this between the two of them? Outside intervention is not actually contributing to the conversation.
Casting spells upon the duel would not be considered good, but negotiating, anyone could do. And so Hakan has a certain number of, certain amount of challenge equal to their willpower. And right now they are winning the argument. They are not being convinced by the things that have been offered, and their magic is overpowering your Archmaster of Death.
I think that Hannah would say, just as the ship cannot be piloted alone, changing the stewardship cannot happen on a one-to-one basis. We will not be the stewards of the ship forever. There will be a changing of the guard, but that cannot happen now while we are in the middle of tending to the things that need to be tended. We can promise that there will be a change in stewardship, and you may become a steward if collectively there is agreement. But that needs to happen not in the middle of the repairs that we're making, in the middle of our own accountability and responsibility. And when we are done, there will be a change, and you can be part of it.
And as rational, as reasonable as your argument is, it does not sway the Shadow Mage.
I changed my form to look like how I did when we knew each other.
It immediately catches them off guard, and it dies down a little bit, and they just stare at you as they're holding themselves suspended with the flesh.
I say to them, this will not work. What you're doing will lead to more death and more ruin for our people, for the people that already suffered and died, that you brought here as shadows. What you're doing can't work. It won't. Connect with what you are and what your original purpose was, and stop what you're doing.
And he laughs. It's a coarse, guttural laugh. It's very clear that he has not been convinced that it won't work, and it's almost like he doesn't care about those people. You recognize that the Croats aren't his people. His people are these ghosts, and they're already dead.
Did we ever see any evidence that Hakan has been abyssaled?
No. You have yet to see any evidence that Hakan has been abyssal.
Could we go back before Hakan's people were killed and stop them from being slaughtered? I offer that. But he has to stop destroying the time ship.
These people are already dead.
In this part of the timeline.
That's it. You just don't understand. You think that you can just change things and that undoes their deaths. But their deaths were meant to happen. These deaths mattered, and you can't just undo them. You, their death witch, you think that you know death. You run from death. You do not embrace it. You cheat death. We need to help things end. And you're going to roll. I think that it's very clear that your words did make some sort of impact. It wasn't something that lowered any of their doors, and you do need to defend yourself. They're going to go back to trying to use death magic. They're really getting weaker because they don't have too many magics that they can do. They're also spending a lot of willpower. So every round that they fight, they're getting weaker.
Ermengarde, how much willpower do you have?
I don't know. I don't use it.
Now,
Well, like a whole bunch.
How much?
yeah.
8.
You have 8?
Yeah, I don't use it.
Yeah. Well, it also means that you are incredibly stubborn. You've taken essentially 2 out of 8 damage. So you're doing fine.
Cool. Did we need that to know that Ermengarde is stubborn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I got 7.
And Hakan got 2. And so as you make this argument, you just break those things. You shut him down. Down. The whole thing like echoes and ripples around. Hakan has been defeated. You all gain a beat. But what was it that Hakan was trying to say? The ghosts in their necklace can't seem to say it for them. Ethel, would you like to take the necklace from Hakan?
Yes. I don't want to possess it though. I want to like release the ghosts from it.
We should go do that in the real
world. That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to live inside this item. That's not right. Where I still have Inja. Inja, where would you guys like to be?
Inja doesn't have preferences. Inja is just straight on.
Remember where you are from, Inja?
Home. And you kind of get an impression. You think that she died somewhere around 1654. And somewhere like in the eastern coast of America. That's the vibe that you get. As these are the people who were killed not even when the colonists came to take their land. Many of them were killed in just the disease brought by the first group of people. When the colonists did come deeper inland, they found so many towns, ghost towns, no bodies, because the bones decay after a certain number of years. Empty. Land ready for use. And these people here do have that long, as Hakan does, history of pain and torment. You have an interesting prisoner that you'll have to decide their fate.
I mean, I think we should bring Hakan back too. I don't think they're going to be restful away from their people. I think we have to go bury these people in the best way we can back in 1654. At least release them to the sea, to the sky, to the real world. Like you said, Hannah, they shouldn't be here.
That does feel right. That does feel good. They shouldn't be here.
How you do it in a way that also like montage, intervene in a way where a parcel of land has been cannot be built on, is set aside as like this is protected land.
How about we fade it so no one will ever find it?
I think it should be enjoyed but not disturbed. Because having it left alone that feels like it's part of the forgetting. And I think if
Yeah.
it's set aside and protected, we can have memorials that tell their story.
That sounds good. That sounds right.
Cue time.
We
travel
can
montage.
ask. I have a hard time connecting to my past. We could also ask Tan if there's anything, even though this is a different tribe of people. What could be the best? Respectful.
Yeah.
As you're having this conversation, and it feels like it should be montaging, but it isn't montaging. You're charioting over to Hakan, where you see his body limp here. As you approach,
I'm right behind.
the ground begins to crack and splinter more. You feel this intense fate energy, all of you, bursting around this zone, except there's something wrong with it. It's abyssal. The time ship snaps open inside this realm of death, breaking open into the pure, unadulterated space of death, time through death, death through time, a vast nothingness, an emptiness which represents one side of the time snake itself, the outside. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
I'll go and try and fix it. I've got to
I will keep breaking into the next round.
All right, everybody gets a experience point. And yeah, Victoria, I think you should add the necklace of ghosts into your inventory.
Don't give it such a cool name because I won't want to get rid of it.
You can empty it with those spirits, then use it for other cool people to put in there.
Ghosts whose lines you don't unwrite.
Yeah, don't write their history.
Everybody gains an experience point to represent this and the other adventures that you're doing elsewhere. If you've done any aspirations or obsessions, you can declare them now to gain beats.
I found the Shadow Mage.
Correct. You can change that one if you'd like to.
Check.
Shadow Mage, obviously not okay with death. Did this help push him towards being more okay or at peace with his death?
He was already at peace with his death. He wanted to die, actually, and is probably a little disappointed that you didn't kill him. But there is another element in there where it's just make peace with death, and he needed these souls put to rest, and you said that you would do that. I think you take a beat.
Cheers. He could have asked nicer.
Oh, definitely. He definitely could have. He was upset.
Suffering from mass trauma.
Really thought that he could take you all out.
Let's see. Did I help others to evolve in that session?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Take a beat for that. And have new experiences?
Never been in a ghost cyclone before.
No.
Or the Chariot of Bone.
Chariot of Bones. That costs 5 essence points.
Well spent.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I can make a vehicle out of anything, but I have to spend 5 essence. Like that.
I love it.
And last thing, since I had all this death interactions, I feel like a real epiphany of death. Could I buy a death gnosis? I don't have.
You can. For 4 experience points, you can get a point of death.
I'll spend it right now.
Death sight unlocked. This is what all those mortals were talking about. You know what? Why don't you get it for 3 experience points? Because you just went into a realm of death.
Yeah.
All right. And this is building towards the big finale where, oh my goodness, what could happen? Everything. Anything. All at once.
Can I spend another 3 points on death to raise it again, or no?
I'll allow it.
Okay. Since we're at a discount, now's the time to buy.
That's right.
Buy.
Well, it's been so wonderful playing with you all again. And yeah, thanks for being cool people, telling cool stories about things that matter.
Yay.
Yep, absolutely.
We'll see you all soon. And to people who might be viewing this, wow, thank you very much. You're listening to cool stories. Come tell them with us too. We're on the Discord. Bye.
Bye. Do you like dumb jokes?
Yes.
Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
All right.
Something about an exit.
Oh, that would be good though. No, because if they had 4 doors, they'd be a chicken sedan. I'm a plethora of bad farm jokes. If you ever want those, worked at an educational farm for 13 years. I got you.
Love it.
Why are chickens so funny? Because